We want to be clear, we reached out repeatedly to the two council members behind this proposal, but beyond putting out a statement, we were told they couldn't talk to us about the business tax until next Monday, even as those opposed to the idea had plenty to say. When it comes to the homeless crisis facing the city of Seattle, there is perhaps no easy fix. But on Thursday, council members Mike O'Brien and Kirsten Harris-Talley suggested a new business tax on large employers would at least help. And that prompted this response from the president of the Downtown Seattle Association.
It's puzzling. We no doubt have a big problem when it comes to homelessness in the city of Seattle. But if it was only about spending more money, we would have solved it years ago.
According to a news release from the city, O'Brien and Harris-Talley call it the Homes Proposal, housing, outreach, and mass entry shelter to address the needs of those living on the streets, and fund it through a tax on the top 10% of the highest grossing businesses in the city. They say it would generate $24 million in additional revenue to help the homeless and cost companies about $100 per employee per year.
It's the wrong message to send to companies that are looking to create opportunities for people in this city to have work.
Critics also say it's bad timing, coming on the heels of Amazon's announcement that it's looking to build a second headquarters outside of Seattle. The Chamber of Commerce said then that city policies are creating an environment that is at best unfriendly and at worst outright hostile towards the needs of its largest employers. And the chamber president echoed that sentiment in a statement on the proposed business tax, saying this is not a resource issue, it's a matter of political will. Now, it's also important to point out some of these large companies are already doing a lot to help the homeless. Take, for instance, Amazon, which announced a few months ago it's building a permanent shelter to help the nonprofit Mary's Place serve homeless women and children. Then you may remember this headline. Billionaire Paul Allen donated $30 million to provide permanent housing for the homeless in Seattle. Again, right now, we have not been given an explanation as to why the council members behind this proposal won't speak to King 5 about this, but with budget deliberations set to begin on Monday, we do expect much more on this business tax to come out in the next few days. For now, reporting tonight in Seattle, Heather Graf, King 5 News.
So we asked, do you think large employers should pay more in taxes to address the city's homelessness crisis? And so far, it looks like this. 23% of you say yes, meanwhile 77% of you on the other side say no. Thank you so much for voting.